And welcome back to part 12 of What If Sakura Was a Senju. Now, I'll admit, I'm not certain if we'll get it, finish this one out in this one, but we're probably going to finish it out in the next two, if nothing else. Quick correction on the last one. Someone did point out, because I just ignored it completely. Honestly, I'd forgotten. Because Haku just hasn't been utilized very much in this, despite the fact he's alive now. And in a nice, loving relationship with Hino. Is that Haku being alive actually changes up one of the fights that takes place prior to Naruto getting on the scene, and that is the fight with Zabuza and the Seven Swords. Someone raised a good point that Zabuza and Haku reuniting would actually probably put Zabuza in a weird state. It's like, Haku, you made it, you survived. It's like, yeah, and then I think there'd be that moment of reconciliation where Haku says like, no, don't worry, Zabuza. I have a good life. I have a girlfriend. I have someone who loves me. I have a family now. And then Zabuza actually hearing that is one of those. He's one of the few that actually does get that inner peace in him, where he actually disappear. He's like, good, Haku, that's all I wanted for you, kid. In the long term, that's all I want. And then he disappears. It's like, damn it. And then Haku actually gets the what was it called? The Executioner's Blade or something like that. His Zabato, his big sword. So Haku would get that. So that is one change I had to make. I'm trying to remember though, what battlefield was Sakura on the whole time? Was Sakura with the Shinobi with them when they fought against the Kages and Madara? Sakura, where was she during that moment there? Sakura Haruno. Because that's going to dictate where she is in the scenario. So we know they all wind up at the tree with Kaguya, everything along those lines. But cause they're all kind of spread, like Hinata, Kiba, and Shino are not in the same place as Sakura was. Okay, so let's come on, move faster. There we go. Sakura Hidan, last movie. Don't care. Okay, so let's see. Kaguya Osukushi strikes. Nope. Birth of the Ten-Tailed. I don't need that. Climax. Okay, okay. The third division is called the Surprise Attack. Okay, so she is. Sakura defeats Neji. What? Sakura is eventually reassigned to local support. During the three medical nins are killed. Despite Sakura is approached by Mori, decides this time she recognizes someone she healed earlier and gives her. Okay, yeah. So Sakura actually had to spend a lot of time as a mech. However, being a Senju and having the wood release would change some things up. I think she would definitely be there for medical support. And she was there in the fight with Zabuza. But she would definitely have to be on the front lines, given the fact she has wood release available. So where would we put her? She'd probably still be lumped with Kakashi and Guy. So she'd probably show up with them to help aid with the paths, Pain's paths, basically Obito's paths, if you will. But basically, we get to the point where Naruto, breaks out. Sasuke, I believe I put Sasuke with him. So they would go, and they would actually end up. It isn't just him and Killer Bee. It's these three, and I think Kabuto, remember, died trying to take them on, not realizing Sasuke would be there as well, or not. Maybe you could make the argument Sasuke is not there. But point being, the whole Itachi, Nagato, Naruto fight, that would go down the same. Itachi gets, Itachi would be, released, then go and aid, try to find Sasuke. But the Sasuke, he feels, Naruto tells him, don't worry, Sasuke didn't fall in your stuff. Sasuke actually ended up taking your eyes and ended up getting a Mangekyo Sharingan. So, or the Eternal Mangekyo. So now he's super powerful and super jacked. Jack power-wise. So he did. That's good. So honestly, yeah, Itachi hearing that his unfinished business would be taken care of. So Itachi actually wouldn't have to be wouldn't really exist at that point. So you would probably get Sasuke on the battlefield with the Hokages. Naruto sending clones out, helping people. And he would, Naruto eventually would show up. And I believe it wasn't the real Naruto. A clone Naruto shows up to help him. So with the fight with the Kages, you have Gaara there. He goes up against his dad. You have all the Tsuchiya Kage going up against Mui, or is it Mui or Mu? Mui? I'm gonna say Mui. Mui. And then you get Sasuke is actually the one who's going toe to toe probably with the third Raikage, and he's doing everything he can. Pulls out Susanoo, and is able to keep him at bay, but he still can't do anything to him because of just how durable he was. Remember, it wasn't the Eight Tails that injured him; it was his own technique that actually injured him. So ultimately. You would have a stalemate until Naruto shows up, makes him, hit himself, and then they take care of that. Sasuke, though, would very easily be able to handle the Mizukage, as his Sharingan would be able to see through the Genjutsu and just find out where the actual body is. He just, stabs him with the sword, just like, boom, nope, gotcha. It's like, Things change up, though, drastically when you first off get Obito versus... Obito versus B and Naruto. That actually goes down roughly the same. But when Madara shows up, it's like, and Sasuke sees this, it's like, what, Madara Uchiha? And then he actually sees Sasuke. He's like, I see. So you're the sole Uchiha left. So tell us tell me how has my clan prevailed? Trust me, I don't need your help to resurrect the clan, blah blah blah. They have an interaction. He even goes into his perfect Susanoo, mind you, because he's got. I see you even unlocked the eternal Mangekyo, and he even smiles and gives a chuckle. It's been a while since I had a good fight. It really has been a while, hasn't it? And then he goes into Susanoo, brings the goddamn meteors down, and even Sasuke's like, what? Tsuchikage stops one, but he brings another one. That Sasuke blows it up, and then he just basically comes and fires an Amaterasu arrow at Madara, but he's got Susanoo, so he just blows it away. And they start duking out. Unfortunately, even when we really watch, because one of the biggest reasons Sasuke had such a powerful version of Susanoo when he fought against Naruto is because he had sealed up all the other tailed beasts and was draining their chakra off for his use. Otherwise, his version of Susanoo is his perfect Susanoo is powerful. Absolutely. But let's not mince words. It is not as strong as Madara's if we're talking about just pure combat capability. He's capable of using the Amaterasu, everything along those lines. As far as we know, Madara actually couldn't do that. We don't know if he actually had that ability or not. But Madara's, in terms of because his was designed more like a samurai, had a sword and everything. Sasuke's was designed more like an archer. So while he is better at long range combat, Madara's probably got the edge in physical close quarters. So they'd go toe to toe, and Sasuke's able to hold his own. Even Madara would probably remark, I haven't had such a good time since Hashirama, and then just best smacks into Sasuke's face. Sasuke, it's like, you bastard, and just sets him aflame, but ultimately just puffs out. We're both in Susanoo, boy. It's not going to work on me. But let me show you what real power is. Just as she's the sword, just when they just shing, and they actually slices one of Sasuke's Susanoo arms off. It's like, damn it! And then it's like, now, where is Hashirama? Did they bring him back? Did they resurrect him? No. Oh, how sad. And then all of a sudden, he's actually feeling himself getting binded, and all of a sudden he sees Sakura there, going full out. Her powers will never be on the level of Hashirama. And he even remarks, is it another a knockoff? No, an actual living Senju who can use the root release. I must admit, this is just a day to be impressed. Unfortunately, little one, and just cracks it off and just. You're about 2,000. You're about 100 years to an experience to take me on. And then she's like, no, it's like, you will not. It's like, you do not underestimate me. And it's like, wood release. And then I think, can't remember, it's like, 1,000 hours in the Buddha. And she goes full on out with her wood release. And it's bigger than, it's like half the, I'd say going full out with everything she's got, it's like half the size of like Hashirama's. And then then her and Sasuke go toe to toe, except Sasuke now wraps his Susanoo around I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to call it the Heavenly Buddha wood release or whatever. Wraps around it, and kind of like it wrapped around the Kyuubi's chocolate cloak. And now Madara actually looks like, ooh, and he's just actually starting to get giddy. He's like, oh, it's like I said, I haven't had this much fun since Hashirama. And then they just collide. Cut to Obito and Naruto and everything along those lines. That's all going down pretty much the same. Naruto's a little stronger than his normal version, but it's all going down about the same. Basically, you would get... things don't change up until all the Shinobi Alliance pretty much heads towards their location. And... basically the Kage say, go. We'll handle it. It's like, go. Help Naruto. So they go off. Sakura's healing them the best they can. They go off. And then the Hokages get wrecked by Madara. And Obito, goes into his six-pass form. You have the Kages brought to life by Orochimaru, who almost certainly is playing the sides. He's playing the sides. Because he can't... I don't believe... Kabuto can actually undo the jutsu. I don't believe he can do that. I don't think he can. No, he can, because that's how Itachi was able to undo the jutsu. So, afterwards, he pretty much just undoes the jutsu. That's the thing. Orochimaru just decides instead to undo the jutsu. Except... because it's Madara, I'm certain he finds ways around that. Like he takes Obito's eye, between him and Zetsu, he's able to figure out a way to control. I remember that's how it worked. He's able to control Obito and basically restore his life. So he actually restores his life before Orochimaru can do that. Fortunately, he has to do that a little sooner than expected, and. They go, and basically that fight starts to happen. Unfortunately, Sasuke can still use a perfect Susanoo in this case. He's not down for the count yet. Or at least he can just use Amaterasu and just burn him alive. It's like, that! But more or less, he just is able to shrug it off in some way, shape, or form, steal Obito's eye, and then steal Kakashi's eye, and then ultimately he resurrects himself. Naruto and Sasuke would basically be down for the count. They have that meeting with their other selves. The Orochimaru instead brings out the Hokage masks, or the Hokages. I do think that still happens. And then obviously Naruto and Sasuke both get their six paths powers and beat on Madara Kaguya fight. And that actually all goes pretty much the same. Because really, whatever level of strength you have Naruto at this point, or Sasuke at, it's pretty much once they get to their six paths level, evened out. So they would beat Kaguya in the same fashion. Though Sakura, I will say, would play more of a role due to the fact she has wood release, although she would still be able to, absorb the chakra because she can just absorb chakra. Ultimately, yeah, it does end up going the same. So they end up getting married. Sakura and Sasuke have a kid. And Sarada, Boruto, Naruto, and they end up hooking up. The only big difference here is you don't get that fight between Naruto and Sasuke. That's the really only thing that ends up here. The tail beasts are allowed to go their separate ways. Kyuubi stays with Naruto. Kurama stays with Naruto. And Yeah, that's ultimately how it goes down. At least in my mind, that's ultimately how it goes down. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We finished this one out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll get to a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. I'll see what the next one will be when we get to Wednesdays. But right now, still the ongoing one is the what if Bardock and Gine had gone with Goku to Earth. And I can already tell you, I've only done 2 episodes of that one. That one's quickly becoming one of my favorite ones. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.